Day one of testing at Phillip Island has been completed. This was the first outing of 2026 with a full World SPK grid, and for most riders their first day of consistent dry running this year. What has changed in 2026? Well, not Nicola Bulega's pace for one. The number 11 set 34 laps in the 129s over the entire day, which was exactly 28 more than the rest of the grid combined. Bulega's eventual fastest lap time of 129.345 was 0.3 of a second faster than anybody else on the day. It was an overall positive day for Ducati, with two surprise names at the top in Jari Montella and Lorenzo Baldassarri. Montella set one lap in the 129s, but also a total of 5 laps faster than anybody bar Bulega in the morning session for 4th on the combined timesheets. The number 34 meanwhile set a fastest lap of 1:30.2 at the end of an 8-lap run, moving him up to 4th in the morning and 7th overall in a remarkably consistent showing for the rider returning to SPK in 2026. By the end of the day, however, it was Sam Lowes as second best Ducati and 3rd overall, with a late fast lap coming in after suffering a technical issue in the morning and a crash at T4 in the afternoon. But what about the big on-paper contenders for the Bologna brand? Iker Lecuona's pace improved consistently throughout the day, with 12 overall and 0.3 of a second off 6th for the Aruba IT Racing Ducati rider, while Alvaro Bautista on the Barni Ducati overcame a crash at T5 to finish 8th, with his fastest lap coming in at the end of a 7-lap run. Taz McKenzie in 16th and 2026 rookie Alberto Surra in 15th completed the 8-rider strong Ducati contingent. Who can step up to the Bologna Bullets on the island? The first contenders at present seem to be Bimota. Axel Bassani was the closest rider to Bulega on the timesheets, with a time of 1:29.6, 0.3 of a second faster than his Superpole time from 2025. Alex Lowes, meanwhile, the 3-time Australian round race winner, was close behind without a time attack to his name, with consistent lapping in the low 1:30s. Sister brand Kawasaki also hit the ground running in Australia, with Garrett Gerloff landing a 1:30 flat and top 5 in both sessions. Question marks remain for the remaining 3 bikes on the grid. Xavi Vierge was the brightest spot on the timing sheets for Yamaha on a day in which the Iwata manufacturer remained mostly anonymous. Teammate Andrea Locatelli finished uncharacteristically low on the timing sheets throughout both sessions, with lap times in the 1:31s. It was a similar feeling over at GRT. Stefano Manzi suffered the first crash of the day at T6, while Remy Gardner finished the day down in 21st position, 2 seconds off the pace. Moto X racing riders Bahatin Sufoglu and Mattia Rato were the other Yamaha riders on track in their first test for 2026. Phillip Island has been BMW's worst track in recent seasons, and a lack of track time in January has certainly not helped matters in 2026. In their first full dry test on the M1000RR, Miguel Oliveira and Danilo Petrucci struggled to make an impression, both of them finishing outside of the top 10 after the dust settled. It's been a similar story over at Honda HRC, where a late time attack only pushed Jake Dixon up to 10th overall after 61 laps on the Fireblade. He was flanked once again here by Tetsuta Nagashima, the rider replacing the injured Sompiat Chantra, as well as Ryan Vickers, who will be a wildcard at this year's Australian round. More to come from the island on day 2.